Hi, my name is Puka. This is the enemy from within. Is 205 by 170. Here we have the earth and the enemy, which is inside the earth, is mainly composed with the greed pushes the economy to grow, the growth humanity seek. Not the well-being of human, no, but the growth of company. So here we have Canon, KFC, Siemens, CNN, Mobile, Microsoft, Nike, Adidas, Coca-Cola, Boeing, NASA, Airbus, eBay, BBC, Dior, Versace, everything we are consuming. That is the enemy from within. And here in the outer core of the earth, we have the vaccine, because we need to know that the vaccine, I mean, after failing somewhere, we always try to fix what we have created. And here we have the invisible power, and we have an astronaut fixing the outer world. And the upside down trees are portraying the natural way we are trying to live our life today. And we have stars here and another ground up over there. Now the earth is into a natural space that reflects our nature and other living creature. Okay, now what I'm trying to do into this painting is just to show how far away we are when it comes to the harmonious state of life and relationship between us and the other living creature, which is the rest of the earth. Now, to elaborate our position, I will go back to the civilization before our era, and how things are working and growing simultaneously. So the former civilization, the most known to us, is in Africa and Egypt. But most of the tradition around the world, those ancestors has passed life to us through the respect of nature, so they managed to save our planet and pass that to us. So let's just take Africa. In Africa, before the deportation of the African, there have been more than 100 million of them dwelling with nature, and construction were very well involved. There were no tax, the education was there, but mostly the knowledge was transferred through the natural law and the environmental science knowledge, meaning for a man to destroy a tree or to cut medicine from the tree, he was supposed to make sure that another tree can be planted to carry on having the same kind of medicine or the same kind of environment. And we have in some of the part of Africa a scientific advanced methodology of buildings and philosophy that our world has not been able to duplicate or to reproduce. That means the people of the past were very well advanced when it comes to the knowledge of the universe, because the horoscope and everything was already made. And we know through the rising of the Roman Empire and the civilization we are all sharing today that those civilizations, all those people have been eradicated from the earth. So our earth is a living organism. Now, the new philosophy we are sharing today is not a philosophy that is in accordance with the law of nature. So, since the Industrial Revolution, human, through the philosophy and scientific research, move from being part of creation to be created in God's image and God's likeness. So, by exalting ourselves to the image of the Creator, we have separated ourselves from the rest of creature, the rest of creation, meaning the water, the land, the trees, the other animal kingdom and the birds. We even went as far as saying that we are the only speaking spirit. While the dog can understand this, the parrot can sing, dance, and do everything we're doing. And today we understand that the whole creation is full of intelligence, knowledge, and wisdom. So, just because we didn't have the ability to interact verbally or to understand the system of communication of other creatures, but today we cannot say the same thing, because today we can observe them living in nature and living peacefully. So we are part of the same creation, but we took ourselves apart, and through that exaltation we end up destroying not only the other living creature, but the main organism that hold us together. So do the turtle, the enemy from within. Now, although we have exalted ourselves, saying we are made in the image of God, we have also diminished our integrity by claiming that some of us derive from the monkeys. A disbalance which have been pushed further by describing some of the women, bad as black, dark, and that wasn't enough. We completely went down by calling them poor. We divided the world in three: third world people, the developing country, that means those who are working, and the rich country. So life works in balance. Harmony in the universe is a key requirement of in any stage of life and any part of life, because that is the love is the balance, and that's how humans should have been living in the past in accord of the natural law and can live to go forward. Now, When we describe people as poor, in a family, when one is put down for so long, it develops an inner mechanism that will permit him to rise up according to the natural law. Now, when somebody else in the same family declare himself to be wealthy, that person creates a mechanism that would put his pride down. This is a natural law. Those who are exalting themselves will be lowered down. Those who are oppressed will be lifted up. It's a natural law. So, when we live in the world where humans are degraded to the rank of animal and others are exalted, until the balance is done, there is no reparation, and the enemy is from within, because you are only one race and we share the same planet. So, like earlier, I've used the civilization of Egypt. When Egypt was high in his civilization, the pyramid were not just found in Egypt. The pyramid were found in the whole planet. Why? Because everything works simultaneously. Everything works in the same times. It's like a father can have 5 children or 3 children that are not going to pop up in the same day. So knowledge is shared in the world in the same time. The house is here with a traditional roof. The same house have been found in Africa almost at the same times. When people were riding horses, it was happening all over the planet almost at the same times. When the car has been rediscovered and the plane has been rediscovered, those things are happening most of the places at the same times. Less than 100 years, people were taking days to reach one corner to another. But today, the whole world is connected. So the pride, the temporary pride that some people can take by lowering others as poor, third country, rich country, that the balance today has been established. Just by looking on the TV today, if somebody has opportunity to look at every country, it will be difficult to claim that what country is rich, because that childish mentality is just observed now on the TV. It's not real anymore, because the most developed country today are in Asia. You can see the country like Singapore, you can see the country like China, you can see the Arab country, how developed they are. So those who were rich yesterday, today they cannot call themselves poor, but they are calling themselves all country. That means there is nothing as rich, but wealth is found all over the world. If you look at some of the country in Africa, the GDP and the building are just amazing. And the thing is, they're catching up and they will go even further, because there is human has found today that they can do all sorts of things, but apart from the right thing. So that is the reflection you are having in the outside. The reflection, the enemy from within, is the activity that we are allowing and the disconnection that has been made between us and the rest of creature. Because most of human in any part of the world will be lucky to be like I am today. I'm here today. There is nothing natural around me. From the hat to the shoes, all those things are made through those companies where the owner are claiming to be billionaire. So the knowledge of the natural law that have been passed through all generations has stopped. The knowledge we are having today in education after 22 years is just to be wealthy. It's just for food and house. And that house, everyone wants a house with a pool, everyone wants a bigger house, and that house we pay for a mortgage. Before us, 100 people pay for the same mortgage. After us, 1,000 people will pay for the same mortgage. So our humanity at this very moment is the lesser involved species on earth. So the outside reflection of our planet comes from the inside reflection of our being. Since we took our power to vote for some people to direct us, something any other creature cannot do, because if you look at every government, you look at the attitude, you look at people who are choosing to represent the rest of the population. Some of them are married with the grandmother. Some of them are just people who do not even make sense with reality. And in every country, most of the women are deprived where the world is more educated. So those who are positioned, they are there to manipulate through the media the rest of the population. Every country, every government is the same system where some people are made wealthiest, and those people they have the key of all this company. And every country seek the growth. That growth has nothing to do with the well-being of human, but has everything to do with the childish attitude of people we are voting for. The comparison and the complete destruction and the complete control, not only of human, but of the planet, the wealth of the planet. They even try to gather resources out of our planet. They're trying to go up to the moon. They're finding water where they cannot reach. And to reach those points, they're spending billions. While on earth, we're still having people who cannot cross places. We're still having people who live in tents. We're still having people who are struggling for basic needs. But in the same world, 1% of the population are gathering 90% of the revenue. So, after the education system, half of the educated people are lacking job. And when even we have job, is to work all day for company. And what are we doing all day? We are speeding the destruction of the planet. We are speeding every single smoke and places, because buildings are rising all over the planet. It's not for the benefit of the human to live in, because most of the human live in the tent while most of the cities are empty, but it's for those who are called billionaires to show off their wealth. They have houses they don't live in, building they don't live in, and we don't live in. The buildings are staying empty during the day. We just walk in and go back home, and those buildings are staying empty. So in fact, when come to us as consumer, it's difficult to see an educated consumer human to describe himself as a human. If you ask most of the human, hi, who are you? They will say, I'm a doctor. Who are you? I'm a cleaner. Who are you? I'm an engineer. A few people will describe themselves being a human, or being living in life, or being part of the rest of the creation. So we have depart from the creation, and today we have depart from our humanity, and we are utensil where people can decide to do whatever they want to do with us. People, the one we are voting for, they can decide that when we sick, we should stay home and die, or we should go to the park, or we should do this. So we live under orders. So we have been moved from our humanity, something animal cannot do, because when animals are sick, they seek to get wealth, so they will find a solution to get wealth. When they are starving, they will find ways to eat. But today, if the world is starving, those one we are voting will ask us to stay home until they give us something to eat. So we as human, we don't even know how to grow our own food. We don't even know how to make our own house. We don't know. We're just a consumer. We have been, we have departed from the main knowledge to the position we are having today. Being educated, but in fact knowing nothing. Nothing. We don't know what we are consuming. We just read the label made by all those companies. We are so active in the destruction of our planet, but not knowing why we are doing it, because we haven't got our humanity anymore. So the enemy that is within ourselves is reflecting himself in the outer world. While in fact, as human, the ancestor or the generation before knew that every life has a treasure. We are here to explore, to discover our eternity, because the body is a carrier of the true feeling, true love, and the sense of our eternity, which are made through the feelings we are receiving, through the knowledge, because those things are invisible. When you think, it's not a material thing, it's an invisible thing. When you feel, it's an invisible thing, and those are the part who are making our true humanity, our spirit. And we are here in the world of knowledge, in the world of information, to discover, to live accordingly to the nature and to the law of nature. So our beautiful humanity, we do not experience. We have been modeled through education to seek wealth, and the wealth you cannot obtain. Even by seeking that wealth, more destruction will occur, because the earth does not expand. So it's not about having too many people to feed, because we don't ever reflect half of what can be on earth like a human. Africa is one of the largest continents. You can put 3 or 4 continents in Africa, but there is less than 2 billion humans in Africa, meaning there is so many space for so many people. But the search of wealth and the growth every country is involved in is not in the benefit of humanity, but is to satisfy the ego of some who are making billions today, comparing to the number of humans who are living in servitude toward the pleasure of those few. So the call is for us, the consumer, to awake our humanity through knowledge and information, to stop being the subject and the manipulation of all these companies who are making billionaires while we are nothing, but to gain that knowledge to stop voting for a few, to take back the control of ourselves, the control of our life. So by having enough knowledge with ourselves, how to learn the basic needs of every life, of every human, we will understand how far we are not in control of our life. And most importantly, we will always understand how far those we are voting for, those who seem to provide for us, are not in control, neither of the health, neither of the food, neither of the environmental, neither of anything which deserves to be voted for. Because if you vote for a person, and if that person is supposed to protect your health, half of humanity lives today on food and medicine, and those medicine, they don't heal. If your government is seen to provide for your environment, the whole earth is polluted, meaning they have no place. If they are supposed to provide for any safety or anything, half of the world is full of weapons and people are dying because of those people we are voting for. So there is no point of having people in position while the world is completely destroying itself. There is no point having people spending billions to go in heaven and to go in all the other places, while we humans who deserve to share all the resources are not part of the sharing. We are not part of the wealthiest world. We are just proud of things we don't possess. We are proud of being part of the country. We are proud of being having a certain color. We are proud of things who are not natural, of things we don't possess. We are living upside down, not knowing where we are living. But those who seem to be in charge did themselves a bunch of big ignorant who are driven by the ego, and we are all losing. So it's time for us to stand up for good, to stand up for the value, and to stand up for our planet. Thank you.